Well, it is a day so many of us have been dreading, tax day. It's a full 4 months later than it originally was planned for, but some of us still haven't filed our taxes. Some of us are waiting for a return. Some of us are wondering so many things about the stimulus check. To help us suss through this whole thing is friend of the show, financial expert and head of the podcast HerMoney, Jean Chatzky. It is so wonderful to see you. Anytime I get to quote Cardi B, I do, so I shall once again say, what is y'all doing with my monies? As she would say to the IRS. What is going on here, Jean? What some folks have gotten their stimulus checks, some haven't. Do we have to pay taxes on those stimulus checks?
We do not have to pay taxes on those stimulus checks, which is a relief, I know, to a lot of people who've been worried that, oh my gosh, the government sent me this money. Do I have to send some of it back? No, you do not have to send some of it back. It actually was an advance credit on your 2020 tax return based on the amount of money that you earned in 2019 if you already filed, or 2018 if you didn't file. And if your 2020 income pushes you to the point where you wouldn't have been eligible to receive that money because you earned a little more, do not sweat it. You don't have to send the money back.
Oh my goodness. Well, on the one hand, it's great that folks got a stimulus check. On the other hand, a credit doesn't necessarily mean like we hit the lotto. So I'm just going to store that in my mental Rolodex. The next question, so some people have filed for their taxes, but have not received their refund. Where is it? That's the what is you doing with my money's question, really.
Yeah, absolutely. The IRS is delayed. They have acknowledged that they've got a backlog of about 5 million returns that have to be processed. The average refund is running at about $2,800. So that's a big chunk of change for people who could really, really use it. But the IRS is asking, don't call me, don't write me. We are working on it. We will get you your money. And often it's these people who have filed paper returns that are the most delayed. Now, there is a little bit of good news in this. The IRS is actually going to pay you interest if your refund is delayed. The rate of interest for the second quarter, which runs from April until the end of June, is 5%. And from then on, it's 3%.
That's actually not bad. For folks who have installment plans, I've been there before. You have to negotiate with the government. Some people have put those installment plans to pay taxes on hold due to the pandemic. Now what? The day is here.
You got to start picking them up again. Yeah, the installment plans are active again as of today. So you just have to start making plans to pay that money. And if you are having trouble, if you can't pay it, you want to go back to the IRS and you want to request an amended installment plan. See if there's any wiggle room where you might be able to pay a little bit less on your installments every single month.
Oh my goodness. If you don't make the deadline, then what?
File Form 4868. That'll buy you an automatic additional 3 months. But just note, this is an extension to file your returns. It's not an extension to pay. If you owe the IRS money, you got to write them a check today. You should base it on the amount that you owed and paid last year if you're not sure. And if you don't, you're going to be hit with taxes and penalties. But don't let that get in the way of filing your return. File the automatic extension.
All right, Jean Chatzky, thank you so much for your insight. Always appreciate your wisdom, and we'll keep on keeping on. Great to speak to you.
You take care.